Securing the mission area.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at 5 games that did not age well and 5 games that did. We're going to take a look at what's worth your money today. Let's get into it.
Number 5.
Godfall.
Godfall is one of those games that came out when the PS5 was announced. It was supposed to demonstrate the graphical capabilities of the PS5 and show that this is a next generation console. The gameplay is similar to God of War, but even that's a stretch. When you take a look at this game today, you realize that the graphics are pretty average now. There isn't much of a story. The gameplay itself is just not exciting. It's very one-dimensional, and there's no real replay value in it. This game came out in 2020, and it's already been forgotten.
Number 4.
Need for Speed.
The Need for Speed franchise has been around since 1994 when the first game was called Road and Track Presents Need for Speed. Nowadays, people barely even know what this game is. Nowadays, when people want to play a racing game, most gamers will go for games like Forza or Gran Turismo for the realism. Need for Speed has always been known to be a little bit more arcadey, like a Ridge Racer or Project Gotham Racing. In recent years, EA has been pumping out Need for Speed games in hopes that one of them will catch on, most recently with Need for Speed Unbound. You can have some fun with Need for Speed games, but when you have to pay full price compared to Gran Turismo or Forza right next to it, everyone's going to go for Forza or Gran Turismo. That's just unfortunately how it is. The gameplay of the 90s and the 2000s just does not translate and does not age well for today. This is why I have to put the whole franchise of Need for Speed under did not age well.
Number 3.
NBA Playgrounds.
Gamers rejoiced when this game came out. The idea was that this was going to be a successor to NBA Jam, and that's a beloved game from back in the 90s. Gamers played this game to relive those days with the NBA Jam, but again, what happened with this is that it wasn't even as fun as NBA Jam from 30 years earlier. This game came out in 2017. It felt like it was even older than NBA Jam originally when it came out. You'd be hard pressed to find anyone you know playing this game. It is just as frustrating, if not more, than the original NBA Jam. It is less fun, it is less innovative. This game had an opportunity to be a gem. It had the roots from NBA Jam and the technology of today, and you could have just put those together and make an ultimate game, and it just failed. Especially when you go back to this game 8 years later, since this game came out in 2017, you realize you don't even want to play a full game. Hopefully they can make a future iteration of this game where they do make these changes, they do the updates graphically and audio, and make it a supreme game that it can be and has the possibility to be. As it sits right now, NBA Playgrounds has a lot of potential to be a great game in future iterations, but as it sits, it's just a disappointment and just does not age well with today's standards.
Number 2.
Splitgate.
Do you remember when Splitgate was called the Halo meets Portal game? Yeah, I remember that too. It just didn't pan out. When Splitgate came out, it blew up practically overnight, hitting millions of downloads, even compared some to the biggest FPS franchises out there. But today, barely anyone even plays it, let alone talks about it. You would think that top tier games like Portal or Halo, taking both those games and sticking them together to build an ultimate game would be a recipe for success. But in essence, the game felt like a stripped down version of both Halo and Portal, and wasn't worth playing for either reasons.
Gain the lead.
Number 1.
Multiverses.
Multiverses is our number 1 for did not age well. The reason being is that it definitely tried to copy a lot of the other type of games in this genre, and it just failed. We're obviously looking at games like Brawlhalla, Super Smash Bros., and Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. You would think with the lineup that they have here, with basically every character you can think of in this game, it would be definitely a recipe for success. Unfortunately, it failed, it did not do well, and you can't even buy it as of 2024. For a game that's just 3 years old, it felt dated from the get-go. It feels like it's just a mobile game with its static backgrounds and 2D low-res characters. It's just not a good look. Just before we get into the games that did age well, don't forget to like and subscribe, otherwise you'll make Coley cry.
Number 5.
Doom.
Now we get into some serious gaming. Doom 3 was the last Doom to come out in 2004. People thought the franchise was dead, but in 2016, ID Software put it together and created this, the new Doom, and it is magnificent. You can take this game and put it up to any modern game today, 10 years later, and it will hold up to anything out right now. Senseless gore and destruction has never been done any better in any other game, and had real purpose. Because of how well this game did, it sparked 2 sequels afterwards, Doom Eternal and Doom Dark Ages. Take a look at my Doom Dark Ages review right here, and let's move on.
Number 4.
Batman.
The Batman Arkham series has been some of the best superhero games of all time. This series started back in 2009 with Arkham Asylum. On top of you being Batman, you felt like you were in the real city of Gotham, whether you're inside the actual Arkham Asylum or in the city itself. It was very well built and well put together. You felt like you were a part of this city. What made this series so good is that it wasn't just about Batman, it was about you being Batman. Have you guys played all the games in the Arkham series? If so, let me know which one's your favorite in the comments.
Number 3.
The Witcher.
The Witcher 3 is one of the more top-tier RPG games. It is up there with Skyrim, Oblivion, and Baldur's Gate. I chose The Witcher 3 in this list rather than Skyrim or Oblivion because I believe over time it actually aged better than those games. I am a huge Elder Scrolls fan, but I find that The Witcher 3 did age better, especially when it came to graphics as well as the gameplay, more specific with the fighting. There's a reason why Netflix came out with their series where Geralt is played by Superman. When it came to games like Oblivion or Skyrim, over time they needed to be remastered and redone, where The Witcher did not.
Number 2.
Minecraft.
Minecraft should definitely not be a surprise on this list. It's basically a world of Lego creativity. The main game itself is basically the same as 2009. Nothing much has changed. Minecraft has been on every platform you can think of and it's been successful in every mode. And even 16 years later since it's come out, they made a movie, which is a testament to its popularity. There isn't much further I need to say about Minecraft, but there is another game that aged very well, just as well as Minecraft.
Number 1.
God of War.
There's a reason why God of War 2018 won Game of the Year. The story is impactful, meaningful, and emotional. The gameplay itself is top-notch and can match up with any game out there. A story of a demigod in previous games would basically destroy, cause havoc, and kill gods. Now he's older, he's wiser, he has a son, and the story begins with the loss of his wife. It checks all the boxes for a great story and a great adventure. But even though Ragnarok came out a few years afterwards, this 2018 God of War is still considered to be the best one in the series. There's no question, we could take a look at this game 10 years from now, and it'll be just as good as it is today. That's why God of War 2018 is the #1 game that aged well. If you like this video, take a look at this one, you'll like it just as much. And we'll see you on the next one.